My name is Dani Kyupouroglu, and I'm the General Manager of Echo Hotels and Suites in Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria. Echo Hotels Limited, the owning company of Echo Hotels and Suites, was incorporated in 1972 in Lagos, and then the first hotel was opened in 1976, and it was called at the time the Kuramo Lodge. And then we had the addition of the main hotel in 1977 that was built for a big festival that was called Festac 77. And from then on we had additions of the Echo Suites, then the Echo Signature, and in the middle of all that, our convention center. So we've been operating for the last 40 years successfully in Lagos, and we are the leading hotel in Nigeria. The hospitality industry is thriving in Nigeria. There is growth and development with new properties coming up all the time, both in Lagos and in other cities in Nigeria. And there is significant growth over the last, I would say, the last 10 years or so. I would say that the hospitality industry in general is following the trend of the economic cycles of each country's economy. So when you have growth in the country, then there's growth in the hospitality industry, and when there's slowdown, of course, there's slowdown in the development of hotels and the hospitality industry. Nigeria, being the powerhouse that is in West Africa, of course, it has more growth and more development than other countries, and the hospitality industry in Nigeria is more business-oriented rather than leisure-oriented that you have in other countries like Gabon, for example, or Ghana, or East Africa, where you have Tanzania, Uganda, and all these countries where tourism is a predominant driver of hospitality there. We always try to have unique sales propositions, either as hotel bedrooms, with new properties, new propositions, new developments, or in our conference and banqueting area where we have new meeting rooms, new venues, and also in our restaurants, in our food and beverage propositions with new restaurants, new bars, new proposals all the time, so that we stay one step ahead of the competition and at the same time ensure that we satisfy our guests and we give them enough options for them to stay with us as much as possible and spend as much from what they're planning to spend when they are in Lagos with us, rather than going and spend it outside the hotel. Our proposition comprises of 4 different hotels within one property. So we have a 3-star hotel, a 4-star hotel, a 5-star hotel, and a 5+ star hotel in Echo Gardens, main building, Echo Suites, and Echo Signature. So we can accommodate the needs for every wallet that comes to Nigeria, particularly to Lagos, and at the same time the volume of rooms we have also can help in accommodating big events which come hand in hand with our extensive conference and banquet facilities, that we can accommodate conferences and events, concerts, weddings, what have you, up to 7,000 people. So the two combined together, conference and banqueting and rooms, gives us a competitive advantage. At the same time, the large number of food and beverage outlets, restaurants that we have, there are 10 of them in the hotel, gives us another cutting edge against the competition that usually have 1 or 2 restaurants maximum, and we can have people interested in staying with us and spend more time within the hotel rather than without. It is true that our owning company and the owners, they are very strong in development and real estate development, so this is always part of their interest and the proposition. That's why you see within our compound we have an office building, we have a multi-purpose building next to it that we developed outside the hotel properties, and also another 2 residential buildings that are coming up now. So of course, yes, real estate development is something that is always in our heart, and we want to see it grow more and more. We don't consider competition the other cities, so I cannot see how this will play out in terms of how we see ourselves in terms to other cities. However, yes, Lagos, if you see the statistics as economic activity, Lagos has 10 times more economic activity compared to the second state that is on the list in Nigeria, and probably the 10 next states in Nigeria do not come close to the economic activity of Lagos. So of course there is an advantage for hospitality outlets to thrive and grow and develop within Lagos. And of course investors and real estate developers have realized that and have put a lot of hotels up over the last 10 years, to the point that we come to some kind of saturation, at least within the Victoria Island, Ikoyi, Lekki area, but still there's place for growth. Marketing talk, when you ask somebody what is the main reason for success, they will tell you that there are three things, and that is location, location, location. So we cannot compare Eco Hotel within Lagos and specific location if it was in another place. However, if you ask me about the management of Eco Hotels, and if the management of Eco Hotels will be able to succeed and do well in other cities and in other states, I would most definitely say yes, because the experience is there and also the capacity is there to have the hotel thrive in any city. That's a very interesting question, and it has to do with a general master plan that has been developed in Nigeria and hopefully will be put in place at some point. You need to create interest for people to come and visit a particular city or a particular state in order for the hospitality industry to develop. So if you don't have business activity, that means that you have to have leisure activity. So that requires certain infrastructure, certain elements that you need to put in place in order for tourists to be willing to come and travel to your place, and then of course patronize the hospitality outlets. So until you have interest there, I don't know, festivals, carnivals, points of interest that need to be, that can be visited, the hospitality will not grow and thrive. The government has to be sincere with itself whether they want to develop the industry and they want to pump money in the industry. There are a lot of things that need to be done. One of the main issues in real estate development is the issue of the cost of money. The interest rates are too high for somebody to go and borrow money and build. So if there is no return on investment, this will make it even more difficult. And with the interest rates where they are at the moment, it's difficult to build and develop hospitality outlets. So the government has to do a few things, you know, support financially through the banking system, you know, through reduction of taxation and of course multiple taxation, development of infrastructure, development of power sector, development of the road network, development of the airports and things like that, so that there will be interest for people to travel to the particular area and also patronize hotels and hospitality outlets. We have to see, you know, when you try to attract tourists, you have to see what you have to offer. The countries that you are talking about in East Africa, the main thing is wildlife, natural life and things like that. So you have waterfalls, you have animal parks, you have wildlife, lions, you have beautiful islands, things like that that attract tourists to go and spend time there as tourists. At the same time, these places have created some sense of security, that people can go there and feel safe and secure. Infrastructure has been developed to accommodate tourism, airports, roads, electricity and all these kind of things. So these are necessary elements for that to happen in Nigeria as well. I believe that hospitality and tourism in Nigeria is part of the diversification process that the government is talking about, and along sectors like agriculture, hospitality, leisure, entertainment. These are areas where Nigeria can grow, develop and create jobs and create wealth for her citizens. Big plans is to always offer something better, something new. In the coming months, we're going to develop, we have 2 additional restaurants coming on stream. We have 1 Thai restaurant and we have 1 teppanyaki Japanese restaurant. These are the 2 plans that we have at the moment. We will focus a little bit on our real estate development for the next couple of years or so, and then we'll see what comes next.